All right, so now we're going to focus this one on perpendicular lines. So this one says, write the equation of a line that is perpendicular to 2x minus 3y equals 6, passing through negative 6, 12. So my very first step that I need to do is I need to get this equation into slope-intercept form so I can identify my slope. So I'm going to do a quick little jot over here. I've got 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. I want to solve for y. You guys have been doing really, really well at this. So the first thing I do is I need to move that 2x to the other side. When I do so, I'm left with negative 3y is equal to, I don't care how you write it, 6 minus 2x or negative 2x plus 6. Then the next thing I need to do is divide everything by a negative 3. And I do mean everything. When I do that, I am left with a negative 2 for my y-intercept plus 2 over 3x. All right, so now we have it in slope-intercept form. So I know that my slope is 2 over 3. Now, this time we're not doing parallel, we're doing perpendicular, which means I need to take the opposite reciprocal of that slope to put it in point slope form at this point. So first of all, I just want to reminisce. There's my y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, my point slope form. So I'm going to plug these things in, remembering this is my x1, this is my y1. So I have y minus 12 is equal to, I'm going to hold on for that a second, x minus a negative 6. Now, my new slope is going to be a negative 3 over 2. Because again, here is the slope I'm playing with, and I'm taking the negative reciprocal. Now I'm going to clean things up. Y minus 12 is equal to negative 3 over 2. X plus 6. Now I'm going to keep distributing through, and I get negative 3 over 2x minus, oh man, here's some fractions for you. Looks like 18 over 2. That's going to simplify nicely. And then I'm going to add 12 to both sides. So I end up with y equals negative 3 over 2x. By the way, that's minus 9 plus 12. So I end up with y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 3. That is my final equation. That is perpendicular to the line that passes through this point, perpendicular to this line. All right, so now the new problem that we're looking at is write the equation of a line that is perpendicular to y equals, that says 1 over 8x plus 2 passing through the point 1 comma negative 5. So, great thing is, this is already in slope-intercept form. There is my slope. I need to go in and identify that I want to pick now for my new slope, because we're talking about perpendicular. There's that magic word there. My new slope then is going to be a negative 8. Or you can think of it as negative 8 over 1. Because again, I'm flipping this slope. I'm flipping it. So I'm making that 8 go up here, making that 1 go down there. And then I'm making it negative. Now I have it set up where I have a slope. I have a point. I can call this my x1. I can call this my y1. You'll definitely get your fair share of practice of point slope doing this. And I get y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So now I start to plug things in. So I go y minus a negative 5 is equal to negative 8 times x minus 1. This one's not a bad problem at all. So here I'm going to clean this up. Y plus 5. I may go ahead and choose to distribute at this point. Do not forget, this negative 8 goes with that x, and this negative 8 goes with that negative 1. Do not forget that. So this now becomes, when you multiply it out, a plus 8. Now, again, you guys have been rocking this out. I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. And I am left with, for a final answer, negative 8x plus 3. That is my final answer for this equation, going back to, again, perpendicular to this line that passes through that point. All right, so another one of these special rules. Okay, so not really a special rule, but we're going to write the equation of a line that is perpendicular, again, to y equals negative 3 passing through 4, negative 6. Now, if it doesn't jump out at you right away, hey, what does that line look like? Y equals negative 3. I'm going to go ahead and graph it. So remember, y equals negative 3 looks like this. That's my y equals negative 3, because that's where y equals negative 3. So that is a horizontal line. Well, what's the slope of a horizontal line? The slope is 0. Well, what would be perpendicular slope of a horizontal line? Perpendicular to that would be an undefined, which means when I am graphing this, or actually writing perpendicular, I am going to only look at this 4. I don't need to look at that negative 6 because, and if you want to plot it, go ahead and plot that point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, we're going down here, 4, negative 6. And if I want to look at what equation of a line is perpendicular to that, well, it's this one right here. So then I just need to write that equation of a line out, which is x equals 4. And I'm done. There's nothing else to this. These, even though you have to remember that or graph it to remind yourself, are actually easy and way less work, even though you just have to remember the trick.